This video is all about the math skills you need for your GCSE geography. Now we're first going to have a look at this question. It says to complete the following table. Now if you have a look at mean, it's been done for us, but if you need to do this, you need to add them all up and divide by how many. The mode is simply the most common, and a way I like to do this is creating a table. So here 17 occurs once, then I've got 16 twice, but then I've got more 17, so I add to them, add to the 18, 19 and 20, and I can see that 17 appears 4 times and therefore is the most common. Median, I order from smallest to largest and I find the middle number. So here I'm going to order my data from smallest to largest, starting from 16, making sure I include every single data point up until I get to 20, and make sure when you're ordering these you're ticking them off so you know which ones you've used and which ones you haven't, because this can massively impact your result. I'm then going to cancel one from each side at a time until I get to the middle number. Now here I have two, so what I would do is I'd add them up. It gives me 35 and I'd divide it by 2 to give me 17.5. And then finally the range is the largest number, take away the smallest number. In this case our largest number is 20 and our smallest number is 16. So 20 minus 16 gives us 4, and my answer is 4. Moving on to a bit more complex then is interquartile range. Now here the first step is to order your data. Now already we have this data in order, which is really handy for us. However, if it's not in order in your exam, make sure that your first step is ordering from the smallest to the largest. We then need to find the median, so same as before, we cancel them till we get the middle number. Here we only have one, and therefore we then use that to calculate the lower quartile, which is the median again of that bottom half of data, and then the same with the top half of the data for our upper quartile. Now, when we are looking at interquartile range, the next step is the range aspect. So you've done kind of your lower quartile and upper quartile calculation. You now need to take the largest number away from the smallest number, which in this case is the upper quartile, take away the lower quartile to give us that number down there. So make sure you order them, find the median, find the lower quartile, the upper quartile, then the range. The next question is asking about percentage of biomass stored in the roots. A couple of keywords there, we need to make sure we know what they are. Now the biomass store, it gives us some numbers. We're going to add them all up together to see the total of the biomass store. We're then going to take out roots, which is 30, do 30 over 240 to give us 0.125. And obviously, as we know, that's a percentage. We're going to times that by 100. All right. Next is percentage increase. You could get asked percentage increase or decrease, but similar, same method occurs. Here we're looking at 2012 and 2016. So the first step, the first thing I'm going to do is find the difference between those two numbers. So 66 minus 38 gives me 28. I'm then going to divide 28 by the original number. Now the original number is usually always the first number in the question. So 2012. So I'm going to pick out 38, and then that gives me this really long number. But obviously, as I know, it's a percentage, so I need to times it by 100, which gives me 73.6842.105. Check the question, whole percentage. So I'm going to round that up because obviously it's over 0.5, which gives me 74%.